Hi, this is Dr. Teresa, Healthy Choice Family Chiropractic, and tonight we are going to talk all about workspace posture for your home and your office because we know more and more people are working from home than ever before. They're working on makeshift desks or workstations that are not at all conducive to how our body should be positioned. And more people are finding themselves, thinking they were going to be working from home for maybe 1 or 2 months. It's already been 3 to 4 months, and they may be continuing to work from home from the next 3 months to a year. And it's just adding more and more stress to our bodies and overall negatively affecting our health. So what does bad posture, whether it's at home or at work, actually do to our bodies? And why should we even care? Also, what can we do about it? And what do we need to change so that we can take our health to the next level? So first, when we are looking at bad posture and what it does to our health, poor posture or slouching can lead to tension and pain in your neck, upper back, lower back, and shoulders. But most people realize this. But what they may not realize is the other things that it can overall cause and affect. It can contribute towards poor circulation. If you sit for hours, especially if it's daily, in a chair with poor posture, you're putting yourself at risk of developing or worsening circulation problems. By sitting with poor posture all day, you're keeping your body from obtaining the necessary circulation that it requires, and that can make you more susceptible to different things such as varicose veins. Also, impaired lung function. Poor posture can affect the amount of air that you're taking into your lungs with breathing. Leaning forward or hunching forward all the time can negatively influence your lung function and your lung capacity. When your lungs aren't functioning as they should be, your brain, heart, and other vital organs won't get the oxygen that they need. This can also lead to shortness of breath, poor cognitive function, and even affect your heart and can contribute towards vascular disease. Next would be digestion. If you have a desk job, then you are more than likely, just like we talked about, slouching your shoulders forward and bringing your neck over your abdomen and chest. When you slouch, you compress your abdominal organs, including your digestive tract. This can negatively affect your ability to process foods properly and can contribute towards heartburn, indigestion, and potentially contribute towards nutritional deficiencies overall. Now, constricted nerves. The long-term impact of poor posture can cause your spine and other bones to shift out of their correct position or alignment. This is because your skeletal system starts coming in contact with the surrounding nerves, and as a result, it can pinch and irritate those nerves. Those irritated nerves can not only lead to back or neck pain, but since your nerves control literally how your whole body works and functions, and they act as the communication system between your brain and your body, it can affect your overall health and your function in multiple different ways. Poor posture can also cause a misaligned spine. Bad posture can negatively affect your spine's position. When you have proper alignment, you can easily feel posture throughout your musculoskeletal system. But when you perform everyday activities with poor body mechanics, or are stressed or injured in any way, you can end up with spinal misalignments and subluxations, which can cause muscle spasms and further affect your nerves, constrict your nerves, put pressure on them, irritate them, and further overall affect how your body can work and function. That's part of where our chiropractors come in. Also, poor posture will affect the curvatures of your spine. A lot of people don't realize that when we look at you from the side of an upright spine, we are supposed to have curves. These curves are essential. Bad posture can distort these natural curves, cause them to straighten out or cause them to move in the opposite direction. This will affect your whole body, cause an array of issues, put additional pressure on different parts of your bones that aren't supposed to have that pressure, contribute towards arthritis, degeneration at an earlier age, and overall add more stress to your nerves and to your spinal cord. Also, bad posture can contribute towards headaches and jaw pain. Headaches can be caused by misalignments in the spine, like we've been talking about, and irritated nerves that result from poor posture. When you have poor posture, you might spend a great deal of time leaning forward, that forward head position. That can cause individuals to clench their jaw. By clenching your jaw, it'll cause your facial muscles to tighten. This can contribute towards jaw pain and towards headaches. So this is what you do not want to look like. When we are talking about poor seated posture, poor posture at your desk, this is exactly it. Okay, you can see in that first picture, so the one all the way towards the left, you can see how that person's in more of a rounded posture, their head's forward, they're slouched. That's going to add a lot more stress to your neck, to your upper back, to your shoulders. In picture number 2, you can see that this gentleman looks like he's rocking back, leaning back overall. When we do that, we add a lot of stress towards our lower back. We compress our disc spaces in our lower back, and that will cause pinching and irritating of those nerves there. And then our third picture, you can see how he is super hunched over and crunched over. He has almost that like picture of text neck posture where he's looking down, his head is way forward. That's going to add a ton of stress to the upper back, to the neck, can contribute towards upper back pain, neck pain, decrease your ability to take deep breaths in and out. Also, because you're having to use so much of your muscle strength to be able to hold your head up, especially in a picture like that, then that's also going to end up using a lot of the additional energy, lead to that like 2-3 o'clock fatigue, where then we're always reaching for sugary drinks or caffeine drinks to help to get us a boost in energy and get us through our day. Okay. And then you can see the guy at the far right, he's kind of doing a mixture of all the bad stuff. Okay, we really want to stay away from those postures. So what should our posturing look like? Okay. This is more of the correct posture desk setup that we're looking for. Now, this is going to be more of kind of what we're talking about when we're talking about office posture, right? Office positioning. So, and you can see there's little explanations of about each one or what you're looking for. I'm just going to do some of the highlights. Okay. One thing that you do want to make sure is you want to make sure that your screen is at eye level. So I tell everyone, look for the top of your computer screen to be up at the top of your head. That's going to allow you to look straight ahead more. It's going to reduce more of that tilting, looking down positioning. And it's going to, as a result, relieve some of that chronic stress from your neck and from your upper back. Okay. Also, you want to make sure that you are pulling your shoulders back, allowing your shoulders and upper back to rest against the chair, along with your lower back pushed up right against the chair. You want to make sure that your feet are flat on the ground, that they're not crossed over at the knees or ankles, because both of those positionings will add additional stress towards your hips and rotate your pelvis more and cause that to get twisted. And that's something that we also want to work towards preventing. Okay. Also, you do want to make sure that your elbow is bent at approximately 90 degrees. We'll talk a little bit about that when we talk about chair positioning. But with that, you want to make sure that that's at the proper bend, because with that being at 90 degrees, that's going to help to prevent additional stress being put on your elbows and then also therefore your wrist. When there's additional stress put on those areas, it can end up leading towards chronic muscle issues or things like carpal tunnel in your wrist. Okay. So standing desk. So another great option is to use a standing desk. Standing can allow your body to use different muscles. It'll take pressure off your low back and increase circulation to your legs. Most ideal overall, though, is to go in between a sitting and standing positioning when you're working on the computer. This will prevent either muscle groups from getting fatigued. The ideal time frame for that is about an hour. Sitting for an hour, standing for an hour, just because that can help really go back and forth between the two and prevent that additional stress from being put on. So, and this just gives some great details on what you are looking for with a proper standing desk. Now, there's some, standing desks that you can get that are always at a fixed height and always at the same height overall, like us at our office. At our front desk, that's going to always be at that same height. You can't really adjust it as much. But they do have some things where it's like a tabletop or a top that you can put on your desk, and you can lift it up to raise into a standing position, or you can push a button and it brings it down to be more just as a top to your desk. So it allows for that balance between the two and allows you to really choose and be able to go back and forth between those two positions. So now I want to talk a little bit about working from home, okay? Because that seems to be more of the challenge that a lot of people are encountering nowadays, right? We're working from home. We're trying to find the great position, great balance for our body, but we don't want to spend a boatload of money on a new sit-to-stand desk or a new chair or all these different things. So we want to see what can we do to help to do small things that can adapt what we already have or what we might have around our house to be able to get us in a better ergonomic position without spending buku bucks. So here's a couple ideas that I have. You can see this in the first two pictures. This is actually the laptop base or angled laptop base that I actually use in my office. And what that is it's a little base that allows my laptop to be propped up so I'm not looking down as far. I got it for, I think it was $5 or $7 from IKEA. So it was a super cheap fix for me to be able to look straight ahead more and not have a bunch of strain on my neck on a constant basis. So I love that. On the far right side, this is a great option for someone who's going to be spending longer periods of time on the laptop. With my angled base that I put my laptop on, I'm only on my laptop for maybe 30 minutes, an hour at a time. So I'm not spending prolonged periods on it. If you are someone who is spending the majority of your day on your laptop, you're going to want to go more with position number 3 or picture number 3, okay? And ignore the other computer parts that are on it. But basically what you're looking for is you're looking for some sort of stand for your laptop. The stand is actually designed for the monitor of a desktop, but you can also just put your laptop on it. We got that base from Amazon for about $25. If you don't want to spend that kind of money, you can just go ahead, take some books that you have laying around, and go ahead and use that to stack up and put your laptop on top. Now, the height that you're looking for is just like you would with a desktop. You want the top of the screen to be towards the top of your head, so you're looking straight ahead at your laptop. And then what I'm recommending for individuals is either get a wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard, or even the wired ones will work. Hook that right up to your laptop so that you can still have your monitor and your mouse down while your laptop is elevated. It's almost like turning your laptop into a desktop for home so that it can just put you at a better ergonomic position. And you can do this from a standing position. You can do this from a seated position, on a regular desk. Either one, it'll work great, but it'll really help take some of that continuous strain off of your neck and off of your upper back. Okay. This is just something similar. This is like working from a desktop from home. It's just the same thing. It's literally the exact same piece that we just showed on the other one, or the last picture, and it just shows with using an actual desktop monitor instead. Okay, so same thing. You can kind of choose. The nice thing about with this piece, it's the same piece from Amazon, and it just helps to raise up so you can still look straight ahead. It's got little feet that you can change the height of, but you don't have to buy something like that. You can just literally take books, take something you have around your house to be able to elevate that up so you can look straight ahead at your computer and you're not continuously straining your neck down. That's really our ultimate goal. And if anyone is interested in the links of where to purchase that through Amazon, just let us know. Shoot us an email. Our email will be at the end of the presentation, and we can make sure to get you that link. So next, we are going to talk all about chairs. So when it comes to chairs, you do want to look for a chair with an adjustable seat height so that your knees can remain bent at about 90 degrees. The armrest also should be able to be elevated and lowered to allow your elbows to be bent at 90 degrees also. That would be ideal. But a couple things that you definitely want to look for when you're looking for a chair is you want to look for it to have some lumbar support. So you want it to have some additional support on your lower back to be able to support the natural curve that we have in our lower back. This will help reduce strain on your muscles. It'll also help just to support your spine better and keep you in better spinal alignment and keep pressure off those nerves. So on the right side of this screen is that lumbar support. Okay, it's just going to support that natural curve like we were talking about. On the left side of your screen, the chair already has a built-in lumbar support. And the additional thing that we're using on top of it, so that blue disc that you're seeing there, we call it a wobble disc. It's also called a vestibular disc. And this disc actually allows you to move and stretch while you are seated and while you are working. So it's going to help to keep those muscles of your spine activated. Also, it can help to keep your core activated so that you are using your core muscles even while you are sitting and working, right? That will help to better stabilize your lower back. Also, it's going to help to take pressure off your low back, prevent that sitting stiffness from setting in because you are continually moving, right? And this brings us to our next slide of movement, okay? We are designed to move. We are not designed to be sitting all day. And unfortunately, the majority of the workforce now does that. They sit all day long. Right? Sitting for 8 hours a day even has the same negative effects as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Those negative effects are all those things that we were talking about in those first couple slides. Okay? So we really do need to move. Right? Regular movement greatly reduces the health risks that are associated with sitting. We want to make sure that we're getting up and moving every 30 minutes. That's one of the nice things about having a wobble or vestibular disc on your seat because you can continuously move even while you're at work. But let's say you don't have those. What's one thing that you can do? Just get rid of your trash can because then every time you need to throw something away, that means you actually have to get up and physically go throw it away. Even if you're just walking for 30 seconds, it's still getting you moving. Another idea that you can do is you can set a timer or a reminder on your computer. It'll kind of pop up on the side, or set a timer or reminder on your phone. Every 30 minutes, have it go off. And then you just know to get up and just move around, even if you're moving around for as little as 5 minutes or 3 minutes. It's still going to help take pressure off your muscles, decompress your spine, help wake up your brain, even get more oxygen into your lungs, which then will help you be more attentive and will help you be able to focus more when you do sit back down. Okay. Another thing that we're going to want to make sure that we are doing when we're sitting for long periods is we really want to make sure we are stretching. We have to keep our muscles moving. Okay, so a couple great stretches that we promote in our office, and these are stretches of muscles that will tighten up on people who are sitting for prolonged periods of time. We'll want to make sure that we are stretching the front of our neck because if we're doing some of those postures that we were looking at initially, especially with sitting at a desk all day, if we're slouching our shoulders forward, if we're bringing our head forward, that's going to cause all those muscles on the front of our neck to tighten up. Okay, when they're tight like that, it's going to pull our head even more forward. That's going to end up aggravating the back of our neck more and creating more neck issues overall. Okay, so a great stretch that you can do for the front of your neck is all you're going to do is you're going to lay over the edge of your bed. So just like the top picture that you're seeing, you're going to lay over the edge of your bed and you're going to let your head hang. Okay, you're going to let your head hang for just 15 seconds. Okay, then you may want to sit up just to allow obviously the blood to bring back down. Okay, and then you will lay back down again, just like in the previous position. But this time you're going to turn your head as far as you can towards the right side. You're going to let your head hang back still, so that'll stretch the left side of the front or left front of your neck, just like in that second picture is. Same thing, you'll hold for 15 seconds. And then you'll do the other side. Once again, coming up if you're feeling dizzy or lightheaded in between. Okay, you're going to want to do this sequence twice. And I recommend doing this twice a day, especially after working. Okay, now a couple things you're going to want to look for. If you are feeling any pinching or pain in the back of your neck, then you're going to want to not let your head hang over as far. If you're still noticing any pinching with that, then that's definitely an indication that there's something going on in your neck that then as a result is pinching, irritating your nerves, And then I would recommend stopping this stopping this stretch and seeing a healthcare professional like a chiropractor so that we can make sure to figure out what's causing that pinching and the irritation and work on getting that corrected. The next stretch that we recommend is going to be a stretch for the side of your neck. Okay. Now with this one, what you're going to want to make sure that you are doing is you'll sit under one of your hands. You'll look down at the opposite shoulder. Hand's going to be just above your ear, like you can see on the picture. And you're going to end up doing a light stretch down towards, you're almost going to feel like you're bringing your nose towards your armpit. Okay. And what this is going to help to do is it's going to help to stretch the side of your neck. Okay. That'll help loosen up some of those muscles, just allow your neck to feel more relaxed overall. Once again, you're going to hold this stretch for 15 to 30 seconds. You'll do both sides twice. Do that twice a day. It's a great one to do right at your chair while at work. But just like with any of our other stretches, make sure that you do stop the stretch if it increases or causes any additional pain or discomfort. Okay. The next stretch that we recommend is a stretch for our chest, because like we're talking about, if we're slouching forward, that's going to tighten up not only our neck, but our chest muscles too. So this can help to open that up so to feel like we can actually even get into that proper upright posture. Okay. This chest stretch is done right in the doorway. You'll place your forearms on either side of the wall or on the door jamb. You want to make sure your elbows and shoulders are about at that same height. You'll place 1 foot forward and you're going to feel like you're letting your chest kind of push through the doorway. You do want to make sure though that you're keeping your head back, not allowing your head to telescope forward. You'll hold that stretch for 15 to 30 seconds. You'll do it twice. Once again, hold off on this if it causes any increase in pain or discomfort. Okay. Also, we do need to make sure that we are exercising some of these muscles that are constantly getting worked. We need to strengthen them. We need to strengthen the muscles between our shoulders to allow our shoulders to be able to hold back easier. We need to strengthen those muscles to the back of our neck, especially if we got stuck in that head forward posture for prolonged periods, because we need to allow those muscles to strengthen to be able to bring our head back and keep it back. Also, we do need to make sure that we increase and strengthen our core muscles. Okay? Our core is a foundation for our spine. It's a foundation for our body overall. If we want to have good posture, we have to make sure that we have good core muscle strength. Okay. Now for these, I didn't have pictures of these specific exercises, but I do have videos that I can send that are available, which then will allow us to work on building that strength. And then with more strength comes more stability, and that can help prevent other issues. So if you are interested in those videos of those exercises, just shoot us an email. I'll have our email address on the next slide. We'll make sure to get those out to you so that you can have that information also. Okay, so hopefully everyone had one takeaway or something that you could do slightly different when it comes to your workspace or to your posturing overall, even at your workspace. Or maybe you saw something that you were doing that you can stop when we were looking at those bad posture pictures. Okay? But if you do have any questions about any of the information that was in any of these slides, or if you would like any of those additional videos of exercises, definitely feel free to shoot us an email at info@healthychoicefamilychiropractic.com or reach out to us by phone at 616-426-8500. We're located right in Hudsonville, Michigan, and we would love to help you. Now, if you do have more of a specific question regarding you and your posturing, or if chiropractic can help you elevate and improve your health overall, we are always available for a free consultation to answer any of those questions, and we can do that via video, or we can do that over the phone or in the office. But we'd love to hear from you just so we can help you elevate your health, bring your health to that next level, and further help you make those healthy choices. Thank you for joining us.